Hey guys, I'm back with another video, and I want to talk about. Okay, so I want to talk about someone. So I was talking to Chipmip on YouTube earlier in class today, and he said that the Xbox One is gonna last at least 20 years, and how good and how powerful they are. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna tell you why the Xbox One, PS4. Now listen, I love the PS4. Okay, I fucking love it. It is by far one of my favorite game consoles to date. Okay, and I'm a PC gamer over here. Okay, so me seeing the PS4 go is gonna be heartbreaking because I love the PS4. I like the Xbox One. I don't love it. I'm not too much into Xbox, and mainly because the only thing I want on the Xbox is Halo. So here's why. Let's go as far as back as the 360 PS3, the generation that he grew up with. Okay, this was the generation that he knew. Okay, because he still even has his 360. Um, this generation, the reason why it lasted so long was because um, when they released 2005 and I believe 2006, they they were pretty much high-end gaming PCs. They were amazing. They were beasts. Okay, and so when the economy kind of went bad, okay, a few years ago, we didn't have the money to spend at least $600, $700 on equipment like the PS4 and Xbox One. If you guys remember at launch, the Xbox One and PS4 were like $500 a piece. That was like how much a normal graphics card, a normal graphics card was costing for PC. That's a lot of money. Not to mention, PS Plus and that games are $60 a piece. It was a lot, okay? And so, and when they released, PCs were already surpassing it with the 970 and 980, and then the 980 Ti came out, and then the Titan X came out, Titan Black. I mean, all these graphics cards demolished the PS4 and Xbox One. So they were already low end slash mid end gaming PCs when they were released. While the 360 and PS3 were high end. I mean, they weren't the best of the best, but they were still top quality. They were good PC, they're good systems. And so when they were released, they had a long lifespan. They already had a long lifespan. And I'm not saying that the PS4 and Xbox One don't have amazing visuals, because, oh my god, I fucking love the PS4, guys. The PS4 has, like, oh my god, it is beautiful. But my point is, my computer, which has a, you know, okay graphics card, can play, can, can't play the same games, but that's because, games on PC need a lot more power. But games look the exact same. Metro Last Light, Redux, I was doing side by side comparisons. Okay? And guess what? They look the same. They looked the exact same and ran about 30 FPS. And my computer only has 7 gigs of VRAM and RAM combined. So, I mean, think about that. My graphics card is outdated, okay? It's I didn't buy it, so that's why I didn't get to either choose what graphics card is, because I'm like one of those people that I have one of those families that I don't really get to choose what computers I get. So my dad picked, you know, the top 13 graphics card. No, he didn't, not really, because it would have been Nvidia. Mine's an AMD, but it does its job. It plays all the games I want fine. And that's actually the reason why I got the PS4. But if my PS4 is about the same as my PC, which is a piece of shit already, that says something. That says that the PS4 isn't the best. And so a lot of people think that the PS4 and Xbox One are only gonna have, 5 years. And the biggest reason why is we go back and we look at the PS1, PS2, Xbox. We look at those and they each had about a 5 year full on. They're the main console lifespan. Now, yes, the PS1 and PS2 did last a lot longer than we expected but it didn't have full support for all that time. It had support and actually a lot of third-party support from like EA, but they only lasted 5 years. And N64 lasted 5 years. Wii U almost lasted. I mean, the Wii almost lasted 5 years. Look at the Wii U. The Wii U's almost dead. Look at the Vita. And I mean, I know the Vita isn't really in the best market, but still, the fact that the Vita's almost dead and it only came out in 2011. Look at the DS, the DSi. They had to keep on upgrading it. Okay. So, people who think that the Xbox One or PS4 is gonna last a long time, it ain't. It is not gonna last a long time. If anything, if we're lucky, and I mean, we have to be fucking lucky as hell. And I'm driving up on the ceiling now. We have to be really fucking lucky that the PS4 and Xbox One will last 7 years. That's the maximum I can see it. 7 years. Nothing more. Nothing more. 7 years, guys. That's all I can see on the PS4 and Xbox One. I mean, I'm not a, I wouldn't count myself as a gaming guy like Rich from Review Tech USA, but I definitely do know a lot about the gaming history, gaming, and especially the history of games. I know a lot about that. Especially a lot about PlayStation. I would call myself a PlayStation historian, and the main reason why is I have studied and I have researched a lot of the PlayStation history, and from all the ones I've seen, the only two consoles that lasted 10 years, or at least about 10 years, were the PS3 and the PSP, and they were released around the same time. Granted, the PSP lasted a lot longer, but my point is, the 7th generation, we just didn't have the money to give us a good computer, a good gaming console. What a lot of people don't realize is that PS4 and Xbox One are just gaming PCs. I would say mid-range to low-end gaming PCs. I can build a computer that surpasses both the consoles easily. And the reason why is because of the 970. That thing's only like $200, and I can probably find one on eBay for a few, for about 150. That thing's a beast. That thing can play Batman Arkham Knight, I believe, at pretty good settings, equivalent to the PS4 and Xbox One. That's 60 FPS. Oh, the 960. Yeah, the 960. Why not? What about that? 960. So even the 960 can surpass or can be equivalent to the PS4 and Xbox One, and that's an older one actually. That's an old console. I mean, that's not. That's a decently old GPU. Now, it isn't, the worst. It isn't the oldest, but it isn't new. It's a few years old, and so I just don't really see that the PS4 is gonna last that long, or the 360, the PS4 and Xbox One are gonna last that long. For example, The Witcher. You compare that to, you can play The Witcher at high settings at 4K. PS4 and Xbox One do 1080p at medium settings for PC. I mean, it looks beautiful on the PS4, but that's because PS4 has PS4 and Xbox One have an amazing GPU. They're gonna look amazing. They have 8 gigs of DDR RAM. Now, granted, the PS4 has a little faster, so textures can look a little better on the PS4. I'm just saying that the PS4 is gonna look a little bit more refined, a little bit higher resolution, but not by much. And no, I'm not trying to take a shit on Xbox fanboys. I'm just saying that is fact. So I really don't think that this generation is gonna last that long. To be honest, I've been hearing rumors about the PS5, and to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if the PS5 is coming out in next next few years. So, anyways, guys, I'm gonna see you guys later. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please rate, comment, and hit that sexy subscribe button. I mean, that thing's really sexy, guys. See you guys later.